The Epic Game Store has been going through a lot of things within the past few years, basically ever since it was released. And a lot of gamers been feeling yay or nay about it, more nay than yay, to be honest, from what I've seen. And with the store losing a lot of money and now the lawsuit that they have against Apple, it's a lot of things that they're doing. There's a lot of things going on. As you know already, that they're already on pace to lose $330 million trying to keep up with Steam. And here's another story that they had about Borderlands 3. They paid $146 million for Borderlands 3 and a few other games that came along with the game as far as marketing and the fees and how much they recouped. So we're going to talk about that real quick. If you find this video enjoyable, please hit the like button. If you do not mind, share this video. And if you really like the rest of the content on this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get into this. Epic paid $146 million for Borderlands 3 for it to be a timed exclusive. Now, you know, it was on Epic Game Store for 6 months, and for the most part, it's a pretty good game. I would have liked it to be on Steam personally because of achievements, because I mean, I don't like chasing them, but it's just a good incentive to have. But at the end of the day, I end up getting it on the Epic Game Store. Still have a blast playing this game. And if you haven't tried it already, if you like first-person shooters, I think it's a pretty good game to play. Well, like I said, they paid $146 million in advances for the marketing, a one-off fee, and the game itself was $115 million. And also, they paid for other games that we'll get into in a second. Well, they recouped that money back within the first 2 weeks. I ain't gonna say all the money, but they recouped the guaranteed part, which was the $80 million back in 2 weeks. This goes to show you that people were actually interested not only in the game, but they was actually they were interested in the Epic Game Store as well. Because the thing is, if players want to play a game, they're going to go there. As much as they don't want to admit it, or they're in love with Steam or whatever the case may be, they will still go and play the game. Like I said, I was one of them. Even though I was kind of skeptic of Epic Game Store, I tried it out. I'm okay with it, so it's not that big of a deal. Matter of fact, I want to let you know about this. They had 1.56 million Borderlands users come over to the Epic Game Store to play the game. 53% of them was new to the Epic Game Store, and it gave them a net revenue of $9.2 million. So what are we looking at here? They paid all this money to get the exclusive rights, and they turned a profit of $9.2 million. At the end of the day, I guess it's a win, because I mean, whenever you come out on top, it's always a good thing. So I'm not necessarily mad about that. But when people look at exclusive deals, you wonder how much money that's going into it, or how much of people or companies are losing. Because sometimes you would think that if a game is exclusive, 9 times out of 10, they're actually making a lot of money, because it's the only place to play the game for, if it's forever or a certain amount of time. For them to double back and make $9 million, I mean, hey, coming out in the green is always good. So, and I guess that was based on the first 2 weeks of sales, which is fine. So I'm pretty sure it has gotten pretty further along since then. Especially now it's going on to Steam. I think they're just turned around. They just made a profit, because they end up being on Steam as of March 2020. End up going to Steam, and more players are definitely going to play the game once it goes over to Steam. Like I said, I was a pretty big fan of Borderlands 2. I did not get to play Borderlands 2 enough as I want to, so when 3 came out, I just jumped over to 3. So, like I said, I had a blast with the game, and so far so good. Also, Epic also paid Take-Two Interactive $11 million for the Borderlands Handsome Collection, which that was actually free at one point on Epic, and also $20 million for Civilization 6, and the whole deal made the whole deal at $146 million. So not only was just Borderlands 3, it was the Handsome Collection and Civilization 6, which it came around to I think it came up to $146 million. So, like I said, so when you have that, you have what, I think it was 4 games total, and for 115, and you turned out a 9.2 million profit in the beginning. And I think now, I don't even know, I don't do too much of pocket watching, but I'm pretty sure that they came out in the green and made a W out of this entire deal. So, is it costly? Is it viable? I guess in most cases, exclusivity deals are somewhat costly, because sometimes you are putting out a lot of money to do certain things when it comes to getting the rights to certain games and ideas or IPs or whatever. But in this case, it seemed like it's all right. I think they ended up doing okay as far as turning a profit. I mean, I guess sometimes having an exclusive deal does help. I just don't, me personally, I would like for it to be a place where everybody can play a game on any platform or whatever the case may be. I know they're, in console situations is a little different. And I kind of differ from that, because consoles should have their own identity as far as what games are on them. But when it comes to PC, I'm not really a big fan of exclusive games on certain clients. Even though, I do understand it, because you can still relate it to the console situation as well. So, Epic always face criticism of having exclusive deals. I'm pretty sure this is going to continue, even though that Epic is losing money. And it's really going to be interesting to see how long Epic hangs around, because, like I said, they just lost. They're on pace. I don't know if they actually did, but they're on pace to lose over $330 million. And they said they're still going to stay around, par for the course. And it's going to be interesting to see how long they hang around, because I think the service in general is a pretty good service to have a second viable client outside of Steam. Because I love Steam, don't get me wrong. And all the other ones are doing pretty good as far as, GOG and the one from Ubisoft and EA, and now you have Xbox and Windows Store. They're all doing good, but I think Epic, for some reason, Epic just seems like, in my opinion, it just seems like Epic is on its little unique path, and with them putting out free games every now and then, I think it's a pretty good option to play around with and get some games. I mean, I got a handful of games for free from them, and I'm never going to turn down free games. I don't care where they come from. They, it's always a good thing when a client try to do some form of fan service. Well, I'm not going to be here too much longer. I think I said what I had to say. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like. Let everybody know what I'm doing over here. And if you really want to let other people know about this content, share this video. And if you really want to see more content that goes along with this channel, subscribe, because I'll be putting out more content. And I think that's pretty much it. You guys be easy. You guys take care. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.